lovelies. So we are in the car. What I'm gonna do is we're gonna go and cruise around the cemetery. I'm gonna turn our recorder on so that we can catch any audio that perhaps comes through. The air conditioner was making the meter go off. I'll show you if I turn it on. So I can't say for sure. Now if I turn it off, there we go, and it calmed back down. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to roll my window down. So we might have a little bit of audio glitches, but that's why we're mic'd up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn our recorder on, and I'm going to set it up here. So one camera is going to be able to see, so I have all this stuff over here. We're going to see what the camcorder picks up. It's on, it's recording. Hopefully it doesn't tip over. It's sitting in my passenger seat, and I have hands-free, so nobody freak out and worry. We have hands-free, so we're good. So let's go see if we catch anything. We're gonna take a little trip around the cemetery for you guys. And the meter is definitely going off. So Spirit, if you would like to talk to us, you absolutely are welcome to do that. My name's Jenna. We're just gonna tour the cemetery today. I wasn't feeling like I was picking up a whole lot of energy where we were at, so rather than just walking the very large cemetery today, we're gonna drive it instead. So I'm gonna go all the way to the last road down here, and then we'll zig and zag throughout it. Let's see if we capture anything. If I see something really neat, I will turn the cameras for you. So there's, and I have yet to find it. Maybe it was the chapel area that we went to last week, but supposedly this cemetery is quite haunted. I don't remember what they call it, but it's like the grave digger's shack, shed, whatever. And so I'm not sure where it is on the property. Like I said, it's quite large, so we'll drive around, we'll see if we see anything that maybe that's what it is. They definitely need to trim some trees around here. Paths are a little narrow. So this is like the back road, the furthest one inside the cemetery. And last week, let me flip the camera so you can see. Last week we went over here to the Shrine of Remembrance. So that is where we filmed last week, one of the places that we filmed last week. And so it kind of across the street, quite literally across the street, there is the Evergreen Cemetery, which is where we are today. And I did film some over here as well last week, and we actually did catch quite a bit of visuals for you guys. So that was cool. This is still on the back road, and again, let's see, the trees are kind of in the way here. Over here across the street is the Shrine of Remembrance, so make sure we got our meter in the shot. There we go. But it's kind of a neat little place over here. I like to come over here, especially on a Sunday. It's usually real quiet, which is awesome. Especially if you just need some downtime, you know. People probably don't think, oh yeah, I'll go check out a cemetery. You should. I mean, there's lots of cool stuff to look at. Sometimes it's just neat to kind of wander through and see the different headstones. And that tree was a little close. But we do try and always, give grieving people their distance. So if there's people in a section, I'll go to a different section. Just for that reason. Most of my family is not buried, they're cremated, so I don't have grave sites to go visit for most of my family that's passed. There's only a couple of them that do, and they're, I don't know, probably a good hour and a half drive from where I currently live, so I don't go down there very often. Maybe that'll be our next trip. I'll have to make plans to go down there and see if we capture anything. It'd be my grandparents, my mom's mom and dad, and my dad's parents are all, oh, you see all the geese? Let's see if I can get this camera. I don't know if you can see it or not. There's geese in the road. This one's gonna pick them up either. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 geese over here. Just trucking along. So we'll be very careful that we don't hurt the geese. Hi guys. So anyways, I have like a couple grandparents that I could probably go visit. I used to live much closer to that cemetery, and I don't now. So I don't get down there very often. It's been several years since I've been down there. Used to actually work down the street from there for a couple of years and made it easy to go over there, but things have changed in the last 10 years. Now I live all the way down in the south part of the state. So we're going towards the entrance now. And John's parents actually are here in this cemetery, both his mom and his dad. And I've come and visited them a few times. And then so this building that we're passing is like the visitor center, the check-in spot. That would be like the front part. So now we're gonna go up here and we're gonna go to the back road again, and then we're gonna go to like the oldest part of the cemetery. Because some of these headstones and graves, excuse me, have been here since like the 1870s, I think is when this was established. So it's been here a long time. And I looked up online, there's, I want to say it's like 300,000 headstones here in this one cemetery, so it's quite large. I can't remember how many acres it is, but it goes on for a while, a long time. So I'm going to turn that camera that way. We'll worry about the meter when we find a spot to stop. Not in a great spot, but it'll work for now. So, funny story about cemeteries. Several years ago, my dad was out here visiting, and we went to the cemetery that his parents are at because he lives in another state now. He rarely gets a chance to come out here and visit them for any reason. So we made a special trip over there, and we happened to have my stepkids were with us that day, and one of them was right around the age where you could start to learn how to drive, and so I think she had her permit, but anyways, her favorite story to tell people how she learned how to drive is a story with my dad, and it involves a cemetery and a cowboy. And so she tells people that she learned how to drive in a cemetery and a cowboy taught her how to drive. So that's her funny little story that she likes to tell people. And it was funnier if you were there in person. My dad is a working cowboy. He has been for many years. He trains and breaks horses, and he's got a giant mustache and the whole cowboy hat and all that stuff. And so for her, it was a funny little story because most people would think it was made up. Well, in reality, she learned how to drive on a cemetery road. Was the first time she ever really drove, because my dad was like, yeah, sure, you know, what are you gonna hit, you know? And she did fine. She didn't wreck anything, but that was her funny little story. So always makes me think of that when I drive through a cemetery. So we're getting through some of the older stuff over here. goes on and on and on for miles. So we're gonna see if we can make it up to the oldest part. And you'll see why I didn't want to just walk this whole thing, because it's pretty darn large. A little bit more inconspicuous than I would be otherwise, instead of just carrying around all my equipment. Okay, now I just have to remember which way to go. I think it's this way. They definitely could trim their trees a little bit on the roads. So this would be the far side on the west side of the cemetery over here. And then there's this whole other spot that is I can't remember what it's called, I have to look at it. But it's for Jewish people, and it's gated off. You can't get in there. So I don't know how you'd go visit somebody that's in there, but I'm going to show it to you. Make this turn. We're going to have to go around. We can't fit. There's another car coming on that side. Right ahead of us, Sons of Israel Cemetery. Let's see if I can get a clear shot here. So it says Sons of Israel Cemetery, but the gate is locked and it's all enclosed over here. And it goes up there. But I don't know how you actually get into it. So that's kind of a bummer. So let me move this camera so you can actually see it here. So the Sons of Israel Cemetery, the same thing, goes over this direction and then up here. But I have yet to figure out how you actually get in there. So we haven't explored there because I don't know how we get in. And I've come at different times, and same thing, it's like it's always locked. So I don't know how we explore that. Alright, let me set up this other camera. Definitely need a partner in crime to explore this place with. That would be nice. Alright, back up a little bit here. Curving. There we go. Make sure our gears in place there. So that would be one that I would want to go in and look around, but it's always locked and there's only one entrance over there, so that doesn't help very much. Let's see, I want to go to the old part. I want to say it's up here a little bit more. This place is huge. I mean, I can't imagine trying to take care of all of these markers and graves and everything, because it's a ton of property. Huge. There's just so much stuff everywhere. There's another strange mausoleum. chapel where we were last weekend. We walked around all of this stuff. We were getting some pretty good hits on the little building that's up here. This is a good spot. Oop, don't need it falling off. And then I'll pan this camera around too. So this is the chapel. It's been here a long time. I want to say like the 1920s or something it was established over here. So it has been there a little bit. People driving around probably think I'm absolutely loony over here. Like, what is this person doing? Oh, nothing. Just checking some stuff out. Make sure we got a good spot over here. There we go. All right. So the chapel, we looked at that last week. It was kind of cool. Same thing, it's all boarded up, but it's got like original stained glass. Alright, let's see. I think we need to go this way to go to the oldest section. Forget how to get there once I'm in here. I have to like tool around a little bit to see it. We'll go down this way. Let's see if we see anything. Other people are doing similar things today because I've seen this white car a few times already. Some of these are like on the side of this hill. So like, probably gonna get the other camera in the way. Some of these are like right on the hillside, like right against the trees and everything. So it would be challenging to get over there anyway. Let's see if I can get a better shot here. So some of them are like in here in the trees, and some are like over here in the grass and stuff, so difficult to actually get to them. And the weeds are very tall over here, so I don't want to deal with snakes. Not my idea of a good time. It looks like they're starting to trim up some of this stuff over here, so we're gonna go up here and we'll see if we can find a little spot to set up. Haven't been over to this one since several months back, so we'll see if they want to say hello today. Try and go to spots that, you know, I haven't been to for you guys, so you can see different stuff. Like I said, gigantic